Greetings, fellow gamers. This is the Gamer Guy in a Suit from the Echo Army YouTube channel. Today, I will be bringing you a review of the new point-and-click puzzle adventure, Between Me and the Night. Between Me and the Night was brought to us on September 14th, 2015 by developer Raindance LX and publishers Lace Games of Lifeless Planet and Robowars fame, and Kiss Ltd, who's done tons of Steam games. I think I've covered a few of their games here. A couple of my favorite games of theirs are Bedlam Fist of Jesus, but let's get on with it, right? So, basically what we have here is Between Me and the Night, and it's one of these interesting little side-scrolling adventures that takes place, sort of in the mind and the imagination of this boy here. I'm not going to give away any of the story. I loathe to do that, but you kind of journey through. It's a point-and-click style. The very beginning is a very interesting tutorial that just kind of takes you through the basics, guides you through how to control your character, and you're guiding him through basically what is essentially a story being told. It isn't any video game, but this is just your really basic. There are a few puzzles spread out, but the puzzles aren't that difficult. It's more like get this thing combined with this thing, and that seems to unlock like another room or a memory or whatever it is that they're trying to get at, and you kind of slowly go through the house this way. It begins in one room, and then it expands out further and a little further, and before you know it, you're on 3 floors worth of rooms, and you've got all kinds of stuff going on, but it's all going on in the imagination of what seems to be this young boy. And as you progress, he's kind of like grown up, and I don't want to give away any of that, but let's down and dirty on the technical. It's not done yet. It is in early access, but it's got huge potential. The story is very good. The visuals, I'm really liking this art style. I'm a big fan of the art style, big fan of the visuals. I would give them a solid 5 out of 5. It's pretty to me. It's very, very pretty. The audio there are parts of it that I really like, but it could be filled out some, if that makes any sense. You could fill in the blanks. But what's there is really, really neat. You could tell it's an early access thing. The potential is absolutely huge in the area of immersion. I feel like 80 to 90% sucked into this thing. There's moments that are really, I'm like, okay, this is really kind of touching me pretty good. And there's other moments where I'm like, all right, that was a little more tedious to get through than I thought. But it was mainly due to partially my own limitations, maybe. But give yourself a... I'm not the best at point-and-click style games. I enjoyed the heck out of them, but sometimes, being limited by the area and whatnot gets a little frustrating me. The gameplay basically gets frustrating me, and that's a flaw on my end, not the game. So don't take that out on the game. But it's still early, got a ton of potential. I would very, very strongly suggest you actually try this one out. The world itself of this game is kind of moving to me. This may all be dependent on your childhood and when you grew up and all that, but I think it's really good. It's got the potential to be one of those types of games that just really sucks you in and tells a great story. You could tell all they really need to do is flesh it out the rest of the way. And for one, I would give it a 3 out of 5 in the state that it's in now, with it potentially reaching a 4 and even a 5 out of 5 with some more love and work, which they seem to be doing. As I said, the game was released on September 14th, and I think, maybe 5 weeks after that, not quite a month, but like 5-6 weeks after that, they released a huge update that managed to address a ton of game-breaking bugs. I guess I was reading through some of the forums. There were a lot of game-breaking bugs in this game from the get-go, but immediately they went hard to work, the developers did, and fixed almost all of those. I personally only ran across one bug, and it was due to my own impatience. I was kind of like doing a bunch of things at once and kind of got stuck behind a chair. And it was due to a cutscene that happened when, basically the game wasn't prepared for me to be that far ahead. And it was my own fault. I caused it. I know what I did. But I would like for you to try this game out. It was a smooth experience, especially for an early access title, especially compared to some of the ones I played lately. So 3 out of 5. Give it a shot. This has been the Gamer Guy in a Suit. I'm glad you came by to watch all this. I hope you give us a subscribe and a thumbs up if you haven't yet. And I really, really hope you enjoyed this video, because I'd like to encourage people to try this game out and support it a little bit. Big thumbs up from us here at the Echo Army YouTube channel. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll catch up with you next time. See you around. Happy gaming.